Oh, it's that day, guys. I promised you I'd do it, and this is the video. I'm out here at Mineola Moto. First of all, thanks for tuning into another episode of the Rocketeer. I can't believe I forgot my trademark intro. I'm here today doing an electric bike test drive, and I don't know how I feel about it. I have my opinions, and I'll share them in a minute, guys. But that's really what you need to know. I'm going to take this bike out here, try not to kill myself, because I feel like riding an electric motorcycle for someone who rides motorcycles is like riding a motorcycle for someone who doesn't ride motorcycles. It's going to be a vastly different experience. It's going to be completely different. And I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. So let me get suited up, get ready, and we will start this video. Let's go. Motorcycles, first time riding an electric bike. Mike's getting it all warmed up for me. You look good. I'm a little nervous, guys.
On that one side.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah. This is Mike, guys. Mineola Moto. Come down,
Hi,
see him,
everybody.
check him out.
Let's jump on, keys on.
Woohoo.
Once the kickstand's up and this is on, the
Okay.
car is live.
Kickstand's up, kill switch is on, it's just on. No start.
Just on, no start. Guys,
Oh.
it's Connor, one and only.
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
Say what's up to the channel.
Huh?
Say what's up to the channel.
What's up?
SRS.
Oh, SRS. My bad. Now, the notable thing is there's no engine, so this is all trunk space, which is kind of cool. Where's my clutch? That's the number one thing, is there's no clutch on these bikes, guys. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I love riding motorcycles and feeling busy. Nervous.
Once that's on,
Kill
you hit
switch
the
on.
ball, it's going. Enjoy it.
Oh!
You'll love the sounds.
Alright, here we go, guys. What? Very odd. Where's my mirrors? I don't have any mirrors. Oh, they're over here. Oh my god. Initial reaction kind of odd. So weird. Let's see. Oh man. You know what's crazy? First thing I'm thinking, first of all, it's very smooth. Like, the ride is super comfy. There's no engine sound, there's no exhaust, so like all I'm hearing is wind, which I'm not used to hearing, which I guess is a testament to like how much noise is actually going on in an actual motorcycle, a combustion engine motorcycle. Whoa. Hold on, let me try to turn here. Oh, brakes are okay, but there's no clutch. No clutch, no clutch. It's like, it's fucking... Here we go. Oh, sounds like a Tesla. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Man. I don't know if you can hear it. It's such a faint little hum. It's just that electric vehicle hum. Very flickable. Engine braking, yeah, it's there. It's there. I want a rev match so bad right now. It's so odd coming to a stop. Oh man. Can I let go of the brake? Look at that. Look at that. I don't have to do anything. There's no gear. That's so strange. Very minimal ride, guys, but there's no vibration ride. It's just a sensory wise, it's very strange. The perception of speed is much different without any sound and any vibration. And I think that I felt that when I rode in an electrical vehicle for the first time. My traditional gauges for how fast I'm going don't exist. It's just odd, but very smooth. I have to say that the ride itself is very nice and very solid. Like the bike feels solid. You know, I was kind of worried that it would feel like a toy, and it doesn't quite. It feels like a sport bike, really. If it's in terms of weight, flickability, how sturdy it feels on the road. Like, I feel fairly planted. Now, granted, I haven't gone very fast, but we're going to try to turn it up here in a little bit. I'll find some more open roads. But, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not terrible. So I don't do, again, these videos are not like spec based or comparison based. So I will post all of that up on the screen, and maybe I'll do that now. This is a good time to do it, so y'all can see what I'm working with this bike. This is much more of a how does this bike feel, and I guess I should hit this video from the perspective of a motorcycle rider moving to an electric bike, and what my first opinion is, if it lives up to the hype. Let's see. Ooh, brakes are good. Brakes are good. Let's see if it turns the same. Hey. Slid my butt back. Brakes are pretty on point too. Oh man, I do miss, and this is the first 5 minutes of the ride, but I do miss the ability to control the engine braking and how much you get by downshifting to specific gears, right? So like if I'm going at, right now, let's see, I get up to 50, like 50 miles an hour. If I downshift one gear, I have adequate engine braking. If I downshift 2 or 3, you really start coming to a stop, and I enjoy that level of control. And I don't know, maybe there's a setting that you can do to change that, but it seems to be pretty one note so far. Mind you, I have it in standard mode, not in sport, so perhaps it's more aggressive in sport. There we go. Let's see, I'm going to try to get on the highway. I'm pretty sure the highway is this way. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to try to change the mode before I do so, though. Hold on. No clutch. No, okay, so click and hold to get that to flash. Sport. Alright, guys, now we're talking. It's fairly gentle for the normal mode. Not bad, still fun, but let's see how sport mode does. No clutch, don't let out. Oh yeah. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna get on the highway, go back towards Manhattan a little bit, turn off on an exit and do a U-turn. Oh shit. Okay. Here. They warned me, when you're sitting at a light, do not rev your engine. Revving your engine will catapult you into the back of the car in front of you. Don't do that. Sorry, Joe. If you're watching this video, I apologize. I didn't listen to what you said. Very sturdy, though. I'm surprised at the build quality and the feeling of the actual bike, the sturdiness of this motorcycle. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined it, Toyota. This is fun, though. The seating position on this bike, on the SR, I forget what it is. Good, sporty but good. It's kind of like my triple. Like, you are pitched forward, but it doesn't have clip-ons, obviously. It has a riser bar, and your feet are not too squunched up, which is nice. Alright, merging for the first time, guys. Oh my god. Seamless. Surprisingly seamless. Gotta adjust my mirrors here. There we go. Now I can actually see something. Ooh, plenty fun, guys. Plenty fun. Very windy. And no engine sound. However, I feel much more aware of my surroundings, to be honest. Like, not bad, guys. Just gave it a little something, which again, you can't hear it because there's no exhaust. See if I can get around all this bullshit. Alright. Very nice pickup. Nope. All right. Really, I'm honestly surprised. This is fun. This bike is a lot of fun. I will say, you know what? Let me pull over and we're going to do this like first impression for real. For real, for real. Maybe we make it back. Oh, no clutch. That's right. Maybe we make it back and then I'll pull over somewhere and we'll do a little talk. That's fun. And I'm at 72%. I think I started, I'll look back at the video, but I think I was at like 70 something. 75. Thank you. Wow, that is fast. That has a lot of juice. The brakes need a little alteration in their sensitivity, or where it starts to engage, or at least for the rear brake, for me. Tank is situated quite nice on my knees. Comfortable to stand up and get my butt out of the seat. Oh, come on. Go, go. Don't stop now. Did I miss my turn? I don't think so. There we go. That was terrible. Why'd I do that? Alright, here we go, here we go. I get a little stretch. Wow, that is my push for the day. Oh, God. This bike is fun, guys. God damn. Go, 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 go. Hey, can I make it? Oh, I was literally just downshifting. A little jerky here. Surprisingly nimble. Really nimble. I'm going to pull over on the next out and we're going to talk about it. Oh, can't get used to that. Acorn Pond sounds like a wonderful place. Oh. Shock test. Very good. What a wonderful little community. Is this gonna work, guys? SRS, guys. Zero Motorcycles. Genuinely surprised. And I'm kind of psyched to be excited about it. I'm also kind of not psyched to be excited about it. But here's the thing. The motorcycle is very dialed in. It's very precise. It felt great. When you put it in sport mode, as you can see, the acceleration is there. That thing picks up super quick. The bike feels solid when on the road. Like, I felt glued to the road, even at higher speeds. Very flickable. Ergonomically in the perfect position for me. I prefer not the super sport arrangement where your heels are in your ass and, you know, you're totally pitched over. So it's still capable of that, just like a naked bike, which this kind of is a naked bike with fairings. So, you know, you can tuck in and you can get aggressive when you want, but you're not always like that. Now, that's just the general assessment of the ride itself. Very peppy. Also capable of down low without feeling like you're chugging along because there is no combustion engine going on. As a motorcyclist, here's my as a rider of combustion engines, here's my take on it. I think electric motorcycles are for a completely different person. I also think, after having ridden this, transferring over is not as bad as people think. I think for me it takes a little of the joy out because there's not as much control, but they do a really good job of making sure that it's responsive in every way, so that it doesn't feel like you're riding a Vespa scooter, right? Obviously it isn't, but you know, the lack of a clutch, the lack of gears, to me is robbing me of the fun of riding, and that's just the phase of riding I'm at now. I think this is geared towards people who want the experience of riding a motorcycle, but A, necessarily don't want to deal with all the gears, and B, just want more of a commuter. But you might not want to ride a scooter. You might not, you know, like, that might not be your forte, but you want a motorcycle looking vehicle to enjoy. I think this checks that box absolutely perfectly, and then some, right? This is an actual full motorcycle, and you get almost the full experience minus the technical know-how. I felt that while there is enough control in the ride, to me, the having different gears, being able to downshift, being able to feel where you're at. Like, I didn't quite get that, obviously, because you don't get the rumble and you don't get the sound, right? To me, that's really important. So I don't think, for me, at this time in my riding career, right, this would be a smart move. However, why I say this bike excites me is because at some point I'll get older, and hopefully I'll never get bored of the gears and shifting and the full experience. If I were to switch over, if I had to switch over, or if I just thought it would be a better decision for me, I know that this would not disappoint. So I was always worried about that this would be kind of a bland ride, not exciting. This is certainly exciting, and it gets me excited for whatever phase of riding this is, like whether it's when I'm 70 or who knows, you know. If they can make the batteries last longer and you can ride 1,000 miles on one charge, that would be phenomenal. I don't think that'll ever happen, but maybe it will. I don't know. China's doing some cool stuff, so I'm overall really kind of shocked by this bike and excited, and I don't think this takes away from traditional motorcycles. Like, I used to think that it's like either or, like, oh, we're moving in the wrong direction and this is a sin, this is wrong. I don't think so. Excuse me. I don't think that at all. I do not think that this detracts from the world of combustion engines in motorcycles, the traditional setup. I think this is a whole different thing that is done very well and exists in tandem, right? Like, you get, like, depending on which way you want to go, I think you'll get everything you're looking for out of the experience of riding a motorcycle, minus the control element. And then if you want the traditional experience where you can control every facet of the motorcycle and you can really, like, get that emotional feel, you'll go for a traditional motorcycle. Some would likely argue that this is just as good. I personally just think it's slightly different. I don't think it's worse or better. I just think it's a different experience and geared towards a different person. So that's my overall first opinion of this bike. I'm going to ride it back to the dealership rather carefully, and and yeah, this oh man, I'm surprised, and it looks good. It actually looks good. A little dorky in the back, I think, but as for like a motorcycle, like, there's a thing that happens when you start riding motorcycles, right? You start noticing all the nuances, but prior to riding motorcycles, you wouldn't know the difference between, you know, the different types of Ducatis are like a 300 versus a 1,000, right? Like, you don't really know. And I think an average person looking at this sees a super sport bike. They've done a pretty good job mimicking everything. I think the front is a little bland. Like, it could be a little sportier looking up here, like some divots in the windshields, or just some angles here. They have a little lip going on here, but they could have made it a little more pronounced. But overall, I think it looks really good. Maybe like a not a straight line here. Maybe they could have, I don't know, made a fishtail or something, some garbage. I don't know. I'm not a designer, but to the naked eye, this thing looks great. It's also, oh, Showa rear suspension. Again, not a spec video, not a comparison video, guys. So, I'll put the specs up here again. I think I'll put them up in the beginning and the end. That's the goal. Okay, kickstand up, on, no start necessary. Now I'm at 66%. Okay, so I dropped significantly with that last little push. Not surprising. Oh, that's right. Oh, look at that, I'm going. So odd. I feel like we are prone to see a lot of takeoff accidents. Like, less, like, well, maybe not less, but maybe that's a good opinion to have. Oh, shit. The benefit of learning how to ride a real motorcycle to me is that you're super careful. You learn all the nuances of riding motorcycles. And it teaches you, it kind of, by nature, I think, teaches you a little bit of safety, because you have to, like, triple think about everything you do. Like, okay, I got to pull the clutch in, put it in gear, release, and twist the throttle a little bit. This is so easy. It's like just twist and go, that I feel like, again, like any technological aid, there's benefits and there's negatives, right? And with a lot of technology, we've seen a lot of improvements in society, in the medical world, and everything, right? Technology is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because it shapes how we use our brains. And I think this in this particular case, right? Like this skips a lot of steps to making sure that you're ready to go and that your mind is in riding mindset. And I feel like a bunch of people get on, twist, and go and get in an accident. Also, your ability to hit much higher speeds, not much higher, but high speeds, without really being conscious of the fact that you're approaching that speed, right? Like when you're on a motorcycle, you feel the engine rumbling. At least when I started riding, like it set off alarms in my head. I was like, okay, whoa, where? I'm going pretty fast right now. I better be conscious, right? And like the sound of the engine is loud, so you're like, okay. It just kind of brings you to reality. Whereas this, it's really easy. Like I did not know how fast I was going on that side road. All of a sudden, because you don't have these other sensory things going on, you're going way faster than you anticipated. And you know, braking distance is important, and if you haven't thought of this all ahead of time, which most people don't, you could end up in some real trouble. So I think the learning curve is a lot quicker or a lot less steep than a motorcycle, but then the acquired skills and safety precautions that you get from that increased learning curve of a traditional combustion engine motorcycle is worse. Like the difference is far greater. Like you're not going to acquire, I think, what you need unless you're a super conscious and responsible rider to be 100% safe. Now that's a broad statement, depends on the person, and like it's really just something that the dealer should walk you through, which, you know, they should kind of equip you. Like right now I'm doing 50, what the hell? It's like a super sport. You know, it's just precautionary measures that need to be taken, and perhaps it's more on the sales side, the dealership side, education side. It's all, you know, it's all workable, but I think if you're watching this video, you're considering electric motorcycles, you're looking at zero motorcycles, whatever the case is, just know that yes, it is an easier solution, but you can get yourself an equal, if not more, heap of mess with this bike because of everything I just mentioned. So I feel like I wouldn't be doing my due diligence if I didn't mention that. Am I in sport? Yeah, I'm in sport. Oh, really solid on the turns, guys. See, like engine braking, I feel like I should be a little stronger. I wonder if you can adjust it. Another thing that they mentioned, this is like a controversial point. I've heard both sides of this argument. The fact that you can buy features or quote-unquote subscriptions, add-ons, whatever you want to call it, you can buy those things for this motorcycle, but they come pre-installed. So let me explain. I'm going to use heated grips as an example because it's the easiest to describe. Heated grips, usually they're an add-on for motorcycles or cars or whatever, right? And it's like a piece that you get and you have to put them on, but it's like a physical piece that you buy and it goes on the motorcycle. This bike has add-ons, so this bike comes like fully loaded. However, some of the features like the extended battery, the heated grips, they're installed, but you don't have access to them until you pay for them, which I don't know how I feel about that, because on the one hand, it does make life easier. And so first of all, it's fair for a dealer to charge extra for things, right? That's their profit, it's their product. Like I don't see anything wrong with that. The place I get tripped up is like you put it on the bike, and so you clearly afforded to make the bike with all this stuff. Why wouldn't you make your bike fully loaded and let people enjoy it, right? But I get it. So I don't think it's wrong, but it's kind of a weird structure, and I think it's just the direction we're moving in with like subscription based everything, right? Like my editing program that I use, they do a subscription based option, and I'm like, what the like, just sell me the product and I'll use it, right? Like I guess I'm an old man in that regard, but like it's just a different sales structure that I guess you have to get used to. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, because you end up with a bike that you can upgrade and you can change as your riding capability, as your riding skill increases, right? So like not so much the heated grips, but the extended battery. If you're only doing local trips, right? Makes sense. I don't need to pay for it. All of a sudden, now I want to go to a different state. Probably going to need that, so I'll pay for it. And it's like, you know, I guess it saves you the step of like if you have a motorcycle that's like short range, a small tank, right? And then you decide you're going to do a long distance trip, your option is going to buy another motorcycle, and that's really annoying. So that's a situation in which this business structure could be a good thing, right? So I don't think at first I was really averse to it. I read about that subscription based add-ons and all this stuff, and I was like, that's bullshit. It's the whole Gen Z, Gen X, whatever it's a whole new technological Silicon Valley way of doing things. This is bullshit. But then as I thought about it, I was like, this actually isn't all that bad. And it actually makes a lot of sense in this regard. So I personally have come to the place where I'm okay with that, and I think it's actually probably a good thing. I don't know where you stand on that. I've heard multiple people tell me that they think it's bullshit. I don't know. Up to you guys. But I've settled. I've come to terms with the way the world is going. And I think it's a good thing. So this is totally engine braking right now. Whoa. Good thing is you don't stall out, which is interesting. It's a little satisfying to flip the that. It's actually, that's a nice little feel to it. A little feel, not a lot. The other negative is the lack of exhaust sound. I don't believe in loud pipes save lives, but I do believe that they bring attention to you when you're on the road. I can attest to that from both of my bikes, which are rather loud at this point. I think that when you're riding, you got to be conscious of that. Now you are not only not visible, you are 100% not audible. There's no chance. There's a negative 100% chance that cars will hear you. Like, it's just not happening. Even with the stock exhaust on a traditional motorcycle, there's a fraction of a chance that you might be heard. Not with this. You are essentially a bird flying around. So, be wary. Be conscious. Ooh. I will say, small detail. I don't know if I've never had a fully faired bike, but having the mirrors here where they are is quite nice. It doesn't mess with the exterior, the appearance of the bike. Nice and discreet. And if you decide to tuck them in, they're kind of hidden, It's very classy. I like it. Nice touch, Zero. Oh. All right. It's quite the entrance, quite the non-badass entrance, guys. It's like you roll up super silent and you're like, hey, I'm here. I've arrived. How do I turn? I don't know how to turn. Oh. Aha! So, guys, my first ride on an electric motorcycle. Big things. Too much traffic to get a good shot. It's a good-looking bike. Guys. I don't care if you hate electric motorcycles. I gotta say, I'm not a convert. I've not been converted, but I've been dissuaded from hating this genre. Let's say that. Quite fun. If you're a new rider, I really recommend riding traditional motorcycle first. To me, there's just so much to be had from a traditional combustion engine, switching through the gears, feeling the engine do its thing, understanding what's going on. Like, you're not going to understand much that's going on in the guts of this thing. Whereas with a traditional motorcycle, you will. Like, just through riding, even if you don't study it or research it, like, you will figure out what's going on just through the feel and experience. Whereas with this, not so much. So I just think there's less of an experience to be had. However, the experience you do have, super fun. I can't talk down on it, guys. That was a lot of fun. So if you want to test drive a Zero motorcycle, guys, make sure to come to Mini Olamoto. Great team here, guys. You can ask for Joe, you can ask for Mike, you can ask for Jim or Kenny. Any of these guys in the front will be happy to talk to you about it. As you can see, many test bikes, guys. The season is going to be good. And yeah, come on by, try some Zero motorcycles. This one was really fun. I've heard good things about this guy too. This is the SRS, the Ducati looking one. They also have a Supermoto looking one in there too, which I kind of want to try, but I don't know. I might want to just take it easy for right now. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been my first reaction to electric motorcycles. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a like if and only if you liked it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.